Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. My topic is all about persuasive communication. Persuasion and persuasive communications. The term persuasion is convincing others to change their mind or to follow a course of actions. In addition with that, the art of persuasion is the art of finding the best available means of moving a specific audience in specific situations to a specific decision. Since we are talking about persuasion, or since we are talking about persuasive communications, basically, persuasion means influencing someone or another people to do something or to change their mind. In addition, persuasion's communication is an art of gaining fair or and memorable considerations to the speaker or presenter point of view, and it provides a choice among options, since the main purpose of persuasive communication is to get the reader or audience support and believe it. 1. Provides a choice among options. Because it tends to persuade the audience to provide immediate alternative options. 2. Advocates something through a speaker. In public, the speaker attempts or the presenter attempts to persuade the audience by advocating a purpose message. For example, Demi Lovato, which his advocacy focuses on the mental health. 3. Uses supporting materials to justify the advice. So before we can fully persuade someone, or before we can fully persuade our audience, we should some supporting materials or evidence that can justify the things that we are going to say, or that can justify our argument in order for the audience to be persuaded. 4. Turns the audience into agent of change. Since this persuasive communications, and we use persuasion to persuade people, our audience, or the audience turns into agents of change in a way na pinawala natin na sila, so we can get their support or beliefs, argument, or statement. 5. Ask for a strong audience commitment. So it is hard for us, or it has hard for the speaker or his presenter to fully persuade someone or the audience if the audience does not have their full attention or commitment to the topic. While totoo yun, kasi mahirap naman sigurong paniwalain yung mga tao na walang attention or commitment doon sa topic. So in this part, we should put some body language that can help us catch up the attention of the audience, and we should also put some interesting activity or ideas that can also catch up the attention of the audience or readers. 6. Gives importance to the speaker's credibility. So there's terms called ethos, which is one of the modes of persuasive ethos, was defined by Aristotle as the credibility and trustworthiness of the speaker or the presenter. So in order for us to fully persuade the audience, we must share some past experience, or we must use some words that can make us look credible in the eyes of the audience. For example, the use of jargons. However, a jargons naman, we must always keep in the mind that types of audience we have. Kung ang audience natin ay isang normal na tao or normal na grupo, we should not use jargons na hindi nila alam, para kumbaga hindi malito ang audience natin sa topic. 7. Appeals to feelings. So sa ganina there are ethos, ngayon naman their term called pathos, which means persuading by appealing to the audience or reader's emotion. So determine naman, we should put some emotion in sharing or in conveying a message to our audience in order for us to persuade them. For example, the language of choice can affect the emotion response of the emotions of the audience. We could put some negative or positive feelings. It has higher ethical obligations. So, according to my research, not all persuasion is ethical, so-called. Consider persuasions as one of ethical if the purpose is for personal gain at the expense to another or personal gain without the knowledge of the audience. However, persuasions can be ethical if it explores the audience's point of view, it explains the point of view or of the speaker, and it creates resolution for audience and the speaker. There are three designing persuasive communication. 1. Establish the communication objectives. This step involves setting clear goals for the communication efforts. The objectives can include create awareness, introduce a product, service, or idea to the audience. Next, promote an image, shape the perception of the brand, product, or organization in the eyes of the audience. Next, message retention. Ensure that the message is memorable and stay with the audience. Next, stimulate action. Encourage the audience to take a specific action such as making a purchase or signing up for a service. Number 2, choose media strategy. Is to determine how to reach target audience effectively by considering audience proper media. Identify which media platforms target audience uses, whether it's social media, TV, radio, or etc. Consumer profile. Understand the specific media habits of the customers, what they read, watch, listen to, or engage with regularly. Audience profile. Create a descriptions of the demographics, interests, and behaviors of audience that consumes specific media. 3. Designing message. Strategy. This step involves crafting the message to be pursued and aligned with the communication objectives. The message strategy aims to influence the audience perceptions and behavior by considering words versus picture. Determine if the message is better conveyed through text, visual, or combination of both. Vividness. Use compelling distracting elements that grab attention and evoke emotions. Repetition. Read key points of message to reinforce our communications and aid in retention. Systematics. Choose words carefully or considering their meanings and the emotions they evoke, as the impacts how the message is interpreted and received by the audience. 4 necessary steps in effective persuasion. Congress research indicated the effective persuasion comprises 4 distinct and necessary steps. 1. Establish your credibility. These steps involves building trust and credibility with the audience. In a workplace context, credibility is established through expertise and relationships, demonstrating a history of sound judgment, knowledge, and commitment to the best interests of the builds credibility. Being well-informed, trustworthy, and consistently reliable in decision-making are key components in gaining credibility. 2. Frame goals to identify common ground. Persuasion is more effective when goals are framed in a way that aligns with the interests of the audience. This involves identifying shared benefits or common ground that resonates with those who intend to persuade. It's crucial to understand the concerns and priorities of the audience, adjusting your position or message to find mutual advantages. Listening, gather information, testing ideas, and being adaptable in your approach are essential in this stage. 3. Reinforce positions with vivid language and compelling evidence. Persuade communicators use more than just data. They incorporate vivid language example, stories, metaphors, or analogies to make their points more readable and compelling. Using vivid words pictures adds to tangible quality to the perspective, making it more engaging and memorable. 4. Connect emotionally with the audience. While decisions are often assumed to be made based on reason, emotions play a significant role. Effective persuaders recognize the response to the emotion by demonstrating their own emotional commitment to the position without being excessive. They also have a keen awareness of their audience emotional state, adjusting their tone and arguments accordingly. Connecting emotionally fosters deeper understanding and resonance with the audience. These tips collectively emphasize the importance of credibility, understanding the audience, employing compelling language and evidence, and connecting emotionally to successfully persuade others to various contexts, including the workplace. The sample persuade speech entitled Became an Activism actively aims to inspire to mobilize its audience, emphasizing the importance of taking proactive steps to address global issues and make the world a better place. Gratitudes are addressing the audience. The speaker begins by embracing gratitudes and acknowledging the audience, setting a respectful and inclusive tone to engage them effectively. 1. Challenge the nations of the leaders of tomorrow. The speech challenged the idea of young people as only leader of tomorrow, asserting the leaders is about influencing the present, not just the future. This challenges the status quo or encourages actions in the current moment. 2. Highlight prominent activism as examples. It uses examples of renowned activists like Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King Jr. to illustrate the importance of activism in shaping the world's future. 3. Addressing global issues. The speech outlined various critical global issues such as global warming, climate change, poverty, and unemployment. Emphasize the urgency of addressing these challenges collectively. 4. Emphasize the proactive actions. This speaker stresses the importance of taking constructive actions rather than resorting to the violence or destructive means, advocating for collective efforts and positive initiative to address global problems. 5. Promoting global unity and local action. There's a call for a global mindset while taking action locally. Emphasize the interconnectedness of global issues and the need for a united approach in solving them. 6. Encourage perseverance and courage. The speech motivates the audience by highlighting the challenges faced by previous generations and the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. Encouraged individuals to stand up even after failures. 7. Quoting inspirational figures. Incorporating quotes for inspiring figures like Nelson Mandela adds weight for the message to further motivates the audience. 8. Empowerment, a call to actions. The speech ends by empowering the audience, urging them to take proactive steps and to be the change they wish to see in the world, concluding with a strong call to actions. Overall, the speech actively employs persuasive techniques, including emotional appeal, inspiration through historical examples, and a call to collective action, aiming to motivate and mobilize the audience to become activism and contribute positively to create a better world.